Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Black Ink Crew New York review, y'all. It's picking up a bit. Let's go ahead and get into it without any further ado. Like the video. So Teddy has on a waist trainer. Okay, like, it's fine. Why did we need to know about it? But it's fine. Oh my God, I just thought about when you feel somebody else's sweat. Because, like, if you know how much sweat you have on under a waist trainer and then you touch somebody else, oh my God, somebody else's sweat. I'm sorry, let's get off the subject. Donna comes in. And she's just coming from the kitty trip and being with her. And they discuss how Kitty's doing. And then Bay is like, oh yeah, Donna, they hire a new kitty. She's here to replace Kitty, her over there. And y'all know how Donna is about new people. She never knows how to act when there are new people. And so when Bay did this, she was trying to incite a fight. Which makes me look at Bay once again like, what is wrong with you? What is happening here, Bay? Like, how many times are you going to do this? And I'm going to say it like I said last week, that Bay was wrong for getting all in Puma's face, screaming in his face like that for hiring a new person, especially when Kitty isn't there, okay? So please calm down, all right? Y'all haven't had any events. This is a reality show, babe. What are you doing? Like, she was just irking my spirit very much so. Puma wants a team bonding exercise. Walt says, no, don't do it. And he doesn't want y'all to do it because these team bonding exercises never end well. They always end in Sky's titties all over the place and fighting and throwing things and punching people in the face and breaking backs, and it's just not cool at this point. We don't want to do it. It's going to be a fight. There's always a fight. But you know what? Puma says, get over it. We doing it. This is what we doing. Y'all need to go ahead and just bring a bag, come back to the shop. We're going to be team bonding out this bit, okay? So C's goes to check on Crystal. She's had her surgery, so she has like a mask on the lower part of her jaw. And he wants her to hurry up and get better so that she can take Cheyenne back. And it's a cute little back and forth. He thinks he's the best father in the world. And C's, I love you, guy. But somebody that can have their children uninterrupted. Somebody that doesn't need somebody to come and take their kids off their hands. Those are the best ones. So yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, but you know, calm down just a little bit. I'm just saying, like, how long has it been really? But it doesn't matter because we know this is all for the show. Okay, like, we're not even gonna go through this with y'all. Okay, so Crystal is like, my mom is gonna take over with Cheyenne, so you can just get out of my face since you came here to give me shit. So Donna, we find out, has not paid taxes since 2014. Apparently, she thought taxes was something that you did every 4 years, like presidential elections. I said, word, Donna? You know, I just feel like public schools all over the world are failing kids. All over the United States of these Americas. You are failing these kids when you do not prepare them for things like this. But I also feel like if Donna were being taught these things, she would not have been listening anyway because she was probably in the bathroom. But either way, Donna, you're an adult. And the fact that you don't know you have to pay taxes every year. And she asked the person who's producing in the confessional, she's like, do you pay taxes every year? He was like, yes, we all pay taxes every year. And she's like, what? Wow. I said, Donna, I cannot with Donna. Walt says the IRS will take everything. And I said, yes, they will. And not only that, but they will take a percentage of your check. They will take a percentage of your money. And if you think you're not gonna get them people their money, you gonna end up in the jailhouse now. Oh, she going to jail. Like, yeah, basically. Speaking of jail, Crystal comes in and says that Tati got locked up. And everybody is joked out about all of this. Everybody's going to jail. Everybody thinks it's funny. But I think it's more of we learn to laugh to keep from crying at certain shit. Of course, this is terrible, but you're going to get out of jail. You know what's terrible? Teddy's brother that's been there since the beginning. Okay, he's still in jail. And he's not going to, his brother get like 20 years in jail. So yeah, your little 5, 1, 2, 3 years for, you know, whatever, versus the 20 years son gonna be in jail. I guess, you know, you do laugh at it, but I don't think anybody meant it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how they look at it now because everybody's going to jail. The new kids. Y'all, the new kids go to a club, and it was a surprise by Mike, because y'all know Mike is sexually fluid. And he brought Q, I think that's his name, right? Because I be forgetting people's names. Q, Crystal, and then the other guy, Rock. I think that's his name. But either way, the new kids, who are obviously being bullied by all of the old kids who can barely tattoo, it's hilarious. So they go to a club, and it's like a gay club, so there's a performer there. Everybody's having a good time, and there's some flirtation between Crystal and the Rock guy. But I'm wondering if it's because he was trying to make it be known that he is definitely not sexually fluid. I'm not sure. Donna and her sister go to the accountant to check on these funds. And what we find out is that, y'all, this girl owe $100,000 to the IRS, $20,000 in state, $80,000 in federal, and it's because she has not paid any taxes since 2014. And I can tell you right now, owing for 1 year can be almost $10,000 when you work for yourself. Yeah, and you don't have enough deductions. Like, I need to be in here figuring out all kind of ways to deduct shit, because this is ridiculous. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, the fact that she didn't know, it's just like, oh, girl, your bill gonna be so high. Because, like, Jesus. Once again, she's told if she doesn't pay it, she's going to jail. C's asked if anybody did a background check on Tati. And Puma's like, you were supposed to do the background check on Tati. What that meant was producers. Dan, did anybody do, Michael, did anybody do a background check before we got Tati in here? But all of y'all have been to jail, so I'm sure it doesn't even matter. So y'all, Donna comes in and gives them the info about her IRS situation, and everyone laughing at her and Tati. And then Donna does a somewhat decent tattoo, but Donna really has to work on her shading. Her shading is terrible to me. Like, her line work is getting better. Like, her tattoos are becoming more, like, legible to where you can see what they are. But she's still not, like, really hitting her shading. Like, where's my tattoo? Like, I've had this tattoo for forever, and I don't even feel like she can do something that simple and make it look cool. Y'all know I have a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to get another one. Like, I want to get one on my wrist, but on my forearm. I'm trying not to, but I swear to God, I want a lily or a magnolia on my forearm, but it has to be hella dramatic because I plays no games about my tats. So yeah, she's getting better. She's getting better, but Donna is not that good of a tattoo artist for people to feel like she should be able to bully everybody. Like, I'd have kicked her in the puss and called it a day. Like, I'm not about to do this with you, you big giant ass bitch. Like, I'm gonna kick you in the dick and go on about my day. When Tati comes into the shop, Teddy is like, oh, hey, Miss Jailbird. And he thought that shit was funny. Tati did not. They go in the back to talk because she's obviously upset, and he apologizes for that. And she explains that she got caught in the car, and the person who car she was in, they had hella drugs in the car, and she looking at some real drug charges. And New York don't play about drug possession charges. So yeah, this is hella scary for her, and she can't really divulge because it's still pending. But yeah, y'all, Tati could be going to jail for like 5 years. She doesn't know what's going to happen, and she doesn't even know if she can afford a lawyer. And I just kind of feel like maybe you should have been nicer to people. Not saying that one thing has to do with another, but I'm just saying people would be more, inclined to help you if you weren't such a bitch to everybody all the time. Like, she always, like, her shit don't stink. Always like, oh, y'all need to get y'all shit together, and y'all need to do this, and y'all need to do that. But you riding around in a car with folks who got mad coke on them. It couldn't have been that much weed. Then y'all decriminalize weed, but that could have been recently. Either way, whatever you had in the car, you ain't on your shit that much if you driving around with somebody with enough drugs to get you upset like that. Okay? That didn't look like misdemeanor. She said a lot of drugs. That meant felony. Okay? That's why she's crying right now. So it's the team bonding trip. I don't know why it's a trip. We didn't go anywhere. We were still in the shop. Okay? He told them bring a bag. They brought a bag. Bae says Puma didn't say that. Then they played the tape back. He absolutely said bring a bag. I don't know what's wrong with Bae. Send her home. Kid shows up. And before Bae could even get it out her mouth about all her replacement, Puma was like, actually, she's going to be working under Kit. And Kit was like, thank you. I've been asking for help for forever. So everybody's happy except for Bae. So they basically unveil what this is, which is everybody being locked in. So C's walks out and pulls down the gate. All right, production is sitting right outside because as soon as the fight started, that gate went right the fuck up. Like somebody said into a walkie-talkie, my nigga, they fighting, open it up. Okay, like that's exactly what went down. I don't have time for y'all with these dramatics, okay? Bae decides to get out into the courtyard, climb up somebody else's fire escape, and then get into their apartment. And the guy kept saying, no, get the hell out of my house. And she was like, I just need to get out. I need to get to my son. I need to get to my son. I'm Nico's mom. I need to get to my son. And it's like, bitch, you knew you was coming here to tape. Somebody should have been watching your baby. Don't do that to me, babe. Like, because I just feel like Bae is just doing the absolute most. And her climbing through that man's door, like if he would have pushed her ass out of his window, then he would have been wrong. But you can just like basically manhandle your way into somebody's apartment. Either way, good riddance, bad rubbish. Bye, bitch. So Donna is upset because London is talking. She feels like London is cocky. And she should have came in humble. I feel like London came in very humble, Donna. And Donna, you've been cocky for no reason at all. You should still be humble. You should be so humble that you should have absolutely nothing to say right now. But here you are, being upset with someone you don't know because they're talking in a room full of people who are what? Talking. Crystal is over this shit, and she had already said that she felt like they was gonna try to jump somebody. I didn't know that Kitty and them was a part of the jump a bitch gang, but I'm gonna read the fuck out of y'all because y'all are a whole bunch of big ass pieces of turd. Okay, I now don't like any of you. Okay, I already didn't really like Donna. I didn't really like Tati. I liked Kit. Now I don't like Kit because y'all jumped Crystal because Crystal was tired of the bullshit with Donna. Okay, and y'all know how Donna is, seeing as though Donna has fought each of you and won. So please explain to me why y'all are fighting on her behalf. Please tell me. Why are you fighting on her behalf? First of all, that big bitch don't need no help. Second of all, for what? Crystal ain't did shit to you. Crystal ain't did shit to nobody. Crystal is tired of Donna bullying new people. She's over it, okay? And the little London girl wasn't going to do not a damn thing for her. So when they started pushing back and forth, Crystal wanted Donna to hit her first. I said, that's your first mistake. Donna can fight. So the first thing you should have done was kicked her in the puss, okay? Then you should have hit her in her face. Like, you should have surprised that bitch. Don't let her surprise you, because then it looked like you just got tossed around and they was cutting out clips. But when they turned the camera back on, what I understand is that y'all jumped that girl because Kitty's tits were all out, okay? And she was standing there breathing all hard like she had done something, which made me feel like she was involved. Donna talking about this a sisterhood, okay? Tati is being held by security by the door, and Crystal's beautiful hair is all over her head, but in a very sexy way. It's a great weave. It's a great weave, okay? So I don't know what they thought they did, but she's still cuter than all three of you bitches. I'm upset, okay? All right, I'm upset. I'm upset about it because it was unnecessary. Let her and Donna box it out all on their own. Donna did not need help. And the fact that y'all jumped in makes me feel like every single one of y'all needs y'all ass whipped. Kit, you too. Crystal is taken into the back. And when she comes back out, the London girl is trying to talk to her. And she said, get the fuck out of my face because you didn't help me. Q was over there going off about how that she was bucking for you and you ain't do shit to help her. I don't know how his necklace got pulled off, but something tells me that Q was upset enough to jump into this altercation. I didn't see him do it, but him taking that necklace off and putting it back on, I don't know what was going on there. Because they was cutting out a lot of shit. So anything could have happened in that room. Okay, anything could have happened in that room. But Crystal is escorted out and she tells them it's on site. Well, Tati says it's on site. Either way, it's on site for everybody. It's on site. All right, let's move on to Black Ink Crew Compton. I've decided we're not doing this anymore. I'm putting the two of you in one video the way I do for 90 Day Fiancé the other way and the Family de Chantel. If you will give me 15 minutes, you will get put together with another video. I don't have time for this. Okay, so Tim tells KP about what he heard Lamir's hating ass say about him. He ain't no leader. He ain't handling his business, okay? You know, he was being a hater at the grand opening because he has a lot of things going on in his personal life, and his default when he's angry seems to be hater. Voodoo Doll got dismissed by Barbie when she tried to tell her that she was into her. And she says, I don't know whether Mercury's in retrograde or what the hell is going on, but I could not get those draws, and I thought that I would be able to because I normally don't have a hard time with straight girls. I said, oh yeah, Barbie ain't the type. You either gonna have to wear that bitch down or it just ain't in her. Some women, it just ain't in them. And then other girls, you can weigh them down. Like they say that shit at first, but you be sweet a couple of times, you be nice a couple of times, y'all kick it a few times, y'all get drunk one time, somebody touches somebody's ass, somebody sees somebody without no bra on, and then boom, bow, pow. I haven't done it before. So Voodoo is telling Ink and Nessie about what happened, and they're trying to give her advice on how she should handle it. She needs to be more assertive, and then out of nowhere, Nessie is like, yeah, you need to be like this, and then she just grabs Voodoo Doll and kisses her all in the mouth, and nobody knows how to feel. And I'm just like, oh, so this is what we're doing. Okay. So Danielle tells Lemire they need a second truck. Okay. They're going to have a lot of hospital bills with the baby, and they need to make sure they have money coming in to balance that out. But Lemire doesn't know if he wants to do it. It's already a lot. The tattoo shop, the truck they already have. She's about to have a baby and not be there to help him with the truck. So having another one would be a lot. And he doesn't know if he can do it. I Am Compton, the tattoo shop, is now open, people. Yes, we're very happy for you guys that y'all finally made this happen. We're on like episode 3 or 4, and y'all are just now opening the tattoo shop. That's to let us know how much of a trial and tribulation this was. Okay. While everybody's talking about doing flower tattoos for that day, there is some, what I heard, machine gun shots. Like that was a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Like that was a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Like the rolling succession of that gunshot was very quick. It made me feel like that was a gun that somebody should not have. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. They didn't really pay attention to it at first, but Columbus Short runs in like, yo, I just seen somebody get their head blown off, my nigga. Like, yeah, like somebody out there like, bow, like gone, like right there on the corner, man. Like, wow, everybody runs outside. I was like, whoa, Columbus. Who felt like Columbus was like in a movie at that moment? Like, whoa, bring it down, buddy. I was sorry. I initially started laughing because of the way he said it when he came in there, but like nobody wants to laugh about people getting their head bust. That's not cool at all. And the funny fucked up thing about it is they run outside to see what's going on. The police are already out there. And then they got to come back in the shop and act like nothing ever happened. Oh, somebody got their head blown off across the street. Let's just go ahead and go back in the shop and have a good day. It's a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. I can't do it that long right now. I got to get my endurance back up. But yeah, I felt like that was just telling of how terrible it is that we have to do these things. Like, oh, somebody's got killed. Oh, it's just another day living in the hood. Just another day around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was fucked up to me. But either way, business starts booming as the day goes on, okay? They got people coming in there, all right? Buku people. And Lemire has some clients that come in. He's not there. So they are calling for Lemire. But Lemire is somewhere with Danielle, having her bully him into buying a brand new truck that costs $120,000. So KP, Voodoo Doll, Tim, and Ink all did different variations of a rose tattoo or flower tattoo, because I believe that was a sunflower that Tim did. And even though it looked like maybe like a coloring pencil drawing, it wasn't that great. Tim's tattoo was not that great, and neither was Ink. Like, you think if somebody's name is Ink that they would be so good, but that shit was worse than Voodoo Doll's, and she's supposed to be the apprentice. I actually feel like Voodoo Doll's rose was either the best or the second best after KP, and I couldn't figure it out because KP's tattoo was all linked in with another tattoo, so I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Like, it looked like he was doing some good line work, but the shading didn't match. with the other tattoo, so it didn't blend, and it just seemed like a bunch of confusion to me. Like, that's what it looked like from the television. And I tried to pause it and run back to see what I was looking at, but I could not tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Voodoo Doll did the best tattoo. So KP goes and eats with his mom and confides in her about everything that's going on, including Lemir's flaw ass, and talking about how the shop ain't this and he ain't that and all of this. And the mama say, look, son, at the end of the day, whatever the shop is, it is yours. So this person, they can say whatever they want to say, but this is your business. You remember that, okay? And anybody that's coming into your space with negative energy, with negativity, period, they don't need to be there no more. Get rid of their ass. I said, all right, mama, give him the good advice. So KP meets with Elena. Elena is 21 years old. She's an artist who just started tattooing 6 months ago. And KP looks through some of her stuff, and it's cute. Her art is caricature art that she's translated to tattooing. And it is good tattooing. It's okay, like it's good. But I really feel like I don't know if her work is any better than Voodoo Doll's. And I would like for them to have done a competition to see if Voodoo Doll would go from being an apprentice to a tattoo artist, or if she would stay being an apprentice and, the other girl would be a tattoo artist, because she's only been tattooing for 6 months. Voodoo Doll has been tattooing for 1.5 years. So I thought that this was really fucked up. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and say that you can say it's business all you want to, but it almost seemed like the attractiveness is why you hired that girl to be a tattoo artist, and not because of her actual work. Because I felt like Voodoo Doll did a better tattoo than you. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. The new girl is just kind of like annoying to me. Annoying. That's the word. Now, in KP's defense, Lemire has not been there, and Lemire has not shown up for a client. So now he's trying to find somebody to replace Lemire. And she may not be as good as him, but she's eager and she's ready to work, unlike Lemire, who is nowhere to be found. Voodoo Doll and Nessie kick it. I think they were at Nessie's apartment, and she tells her about being the oldest of 13 children and her anger towards her mom. The conversation started off because they were talking about her mom, and she was just saying how she is so angry with her mom for letting the stepfather take control of her the way that he did, and then having 12 more children for the oldest daughter to have to take care of, and she is the oldest daughter. Mind you, she was giving hella Lisa Lopez and Solange vibes during this scene. Beautiful hair. It was in plaits, and it was thick, and it was a lot of hair. When people wear wigs all the time, you don't know if they really got any hair under there. And she had some hair under there. You know what I'm saying? So where you was like, girl, you could wear that out. That look like that'd be a nice little, throw it around. You know what I'm saying? Throw it around. Twist out, braid out. Not out. Bantu not out. Giving it. Serving it. Okay? Like, that's the vibe I was getting. But, I felt like we were talking about this once again, but just from a different perspective, from her talking about her mom and delving a little bit more into the actual abuse that was taking place and how much she was controlled. It's just very sad to hear somebody went through all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that there are people still somewhere right now going through something like that. That's why I count my blessings all the time, y'all. As much as I've been going through it, lately I have been in such a good place because I am constantly reminding myself that, baby, I am special, okay? And it will happen. Whatever God has planned for me, the universe has planned for me, I have put my work in, and it will come back to me eventually. And I am in abundance, okay? And also, there are people in places that are trapped, that are being hurt, that are being taken advantage of, that are being starved, like all over the place. There are people who are having a terrible moment when I'm having a great one. And instead of feeling bad or sorry for myself or, in my feelings, because we all have our moments and we're all entitled to it no matter what's going on. But when I think about things like that, it makes me count my blessings when I think about how I came up, in the comfort and the love that I grew up around versus what some people grew up around. And it makes me just feel so bad for her and for people who have that type of upbringing, who have parents who are like that, because you don't necessarily have to be in a cult to have a parent who is controlling and feels that way towards their children. So the new girl, Alana, comes into the shop, and Barbie is like, oh, okay, so you got an appointment with somebody? She was like, no, I'm the new tattoo artist. She was like, says who? She was like, says KP. And I'm like, Barbie, why, bitch? Like, KP, you need to start having conversations with Barbie so she can stop coming off like this to people, because that was just aggravating. So once Voodoo Doll realizes that this girl is 21 years old and has only been tattooing for 6 months, and that she's about to be a tattoo artist while Voodoo Doll, who's been tattooing for a year and a half, remains an apprentice, there becomes an issue and a problem. And if I were her, I would have a problem too. And KP says, you know, the decision has been made. He don't need nobody questioning his decisions and all of this type of shit. So the new girl says, obviously, she's better than Voodoo Doll because he chose her. I said, oh, it's beef now. It's what's for dinner. So some more clients coming for Lemire. But like I said, he's still not there because he's looking at trucks. Okay, now I confused the 2 times. I said it last time, but he's really not there this time because he's looking at the truck with Danielle. And Danielle is like, don't look at the clock. We need to pick a truck. And if you leave me, I'm swiping your credit card. And he's like, I'm going to tap that ass if you swipe my credit card. Like, do not swipe my credit card. I was not ready to buy anything right now. Okay, so she's trying to pressure him into not going to tattoo, and he's late. He's already late. So he was like an hour and a half late, and KP gave his client to the Elena girl. And when he gets there, he's pissed off because he's like, how you gonna give my work to some newbie who doesn't even know what she's doing? And Nessie gets upset about it on his behalf because Nessie is the one who came in here with him, okay? And of course, Voodoo Doll is upset and feels like that's flaw as fuck as well. So they're going back and forth, and Lemire is like, you the one that's not handling your business, and now you gonna bring somebody in here. That's a dumb decision. And Tim is like, look, bro, straight up, this ain't your shit. This ain't your little truck. So if you got a problem with what we doing in here, there's the door. It is open for you. And Lemire like, bro, what you talking about? Like, for real? Like, you coming at me like that? So he walk out, he leave. And Nessie is bucking for him. She feel like it's messed up. And Tim tells her, you act like you fucking him. So she's saying, you act like you fucking KP. I was like, thank you. Somebody say it. Like, his audacity. So he gets upset and feels like, oh, we can get you out of here. And he goes to start picking up her shit. And she steps in front of her stuff. Like, nah, nigga, you tripping. So then Barbie and KP get involved. And KP says, nah, bro, chill out. And I'm like, thank you for checking your boy, because he doing way too much. And like, the way he reacts to women makes me feel like he gets physical with women. And I don't like that. Tim makes my nerves very fucking bad. He has stepped on my toes in 2 straight episodes. I do not like the energy that he gave that girl. Like, he was gonna put his fucking hands on her or her stuff. That shit is not called for. Don't be mad when a bitch get in your face if you're gonna be trying to touch their shit. Okay? Now, at the same time, Nessie, I respect you defending your boy, but what you should have did is walked out there after him. Don't stand in there and argue with them people about him, because at the end of the day, his ass should have been on time. And then in a normal business, if you are an hour and a half late for a client, if you have not vocalized that to your client and it's all going through the shop, you will get your client stolen on, period. So I just kind of feel like I understand where she coming from. I don't like Tim energy, but bitch, you doing too much. You should have went checked on your friend instead of sitting up in here arguing with people on his behalf. You didn't need to do that shit, okay? So Lemire comes back in because he got to get some shit off his chest. And he says, I don't know why Tim coming at me because he ain't nothing but a lackey. I'm like, this nigga is kind of a lackey. But Tim was like, you can catch this fade though. And I said, no, not the fade. And then they get in each other's faces. And when their heads touched, I said, oh, them niggas gonna fight. They may not fight today, but they gonna live to fight another day. Okay, look, I'm a man without it. Man without it. Man without it. Man without it. If you don't know that reference, don't worry about it. If you do know that reference, comment down below and put it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I'm just gonna giggle if you know what it was. But anyway, yeah, that's about to be an altercation. So that was Black Ink Crew Compton and Black Ink Crew Regular. I hope y'all like the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back for Queen Sugar and Green Leaf later on. All right. Peace out.